LoreWarrior Aerotech WSP-105 Wasp LAM. Overview. After the initial success of the Stinger LAM, many other manufacturers jumped on the bandwagon, purchasing several different classes of mechs upon which to construct conversion systems. Many firms developed conversion systems for the Wasps, but the conversion process hampered the accuracy of the Wasp weapon systems, making them either inaccurate or inoperable. Finally, Dr. Catherine Pascala joined the Harvard company staff as lead engineer on the program. Her design for a conversion system was a stunning success. Within 2 years, she managed to develop a Wasp LAM that passed field testing by the armed forces of the Star League. Capabilities. The Wasp LAM can convert faster than any other LAM, making it a highly coveted product. When the succession wars erupted, most of Harvard Company's plants were reduced to rubble. General Kerensky took with him a large number of Wasp LAMs when he vanished from the inner sphere. As others were stationed at remote garrisons within the Star League, almost every house in the successor states managed to seize a few. The only real difference between the Stinger and Wasp LAMs rests with its weaponry systems. Armed with a Martel 200 high-energy medium laser and one Holly SRM rack, the Wasp LAM is a threat to many light mechs. Its armor placement is identical to that of the Stinger LAM, except that the Wasp LAM's emergency ejection system ejects the pilot backwards, through the back of the mech's head, instead of upward. This system is rather unreliable, however, and a number of pilots have died using it. The attack and recon capabilities of this mech are well documented, and it moves quickly in both fighter and mech mode. Battle history. Wasp LAM served in many battles during the First Succession War, which drastically reduced the availability of these mechs. In 2891, the battle for Lablon along the Steiner-Kurita border brought attention to this mech. Spies from House Steiner discovered that Kuritan forces were massing several LAMs to take control of Lablon. Because these mechs were adept at outmaneuvering battle formations, House Steiner moved quickly against the LAM unit. In a series of desperate raids, Steiner forces succeeded in pinning down the LAMs, which delayed by several months Kuritan plans to control Lablon. Wanting to add to their LAM forces, House Lau paid well for information that House Davian had several Wasp LAMs in for repairs on the planet Lee. Hoping to capture these mechs, House Lau mounted a deep raid to Lee in 2943. Tipped off by a Davian double agent, the Wasp LAMs were fully repaired and ready for battle when the Lau forces arrived. The Lau dropships were totally surprised to meet the LAM welcoming committee and fled home quickly. Kurita replaced its fighter force on Capra with a contingent of Wasp LAMs from the Deeren regulars. In 3017, Davian recon forces studied the world and detected no fighters on the landing fields. Thinking that the planet had no air defense, Davian dropships descended with little fighter cover. Suddenly, their dropships were confronted by no less than 15 LAMs, most of which were Wasps, temporarily assigned to the regulars. The Davian forces were held at bay for some time, and were eventually repelled. This was the largest unit made up solely of LAMs to be employed in combat. Variants. The only known variant of the Wasp LAM, the WSP-105 LAM, were the original prototypes built by Harvard Company. Many of these were scrapped long ago due to their conversion difficulties. Despite the variant's problems, House Lau currently has a few different versions of the Wasp LAM. Notable mechs and mech warriors. The raid on Capra made heroes of its LAM mech warriors that piloted them. Most of the prominent pilots of this mech are attached to House Kurita. Sharon Dorsey, recently reassigned to the Pest regulars after her duty on Capra, Sharon is one of the few mech warriors who is both an aerospace pilot ace with 8 kills and a mech warrior ace with over 13 kills. She was hurt badly in her last duty on Capra after she tangled with a warhammer. Both she and her mech spent nearly a year recuperating. Lieutenant Mandrake Matheson. Lieutenant Matheson was the leader of the 12th Air Lance of the Deeren regulars on Capra. In several major skirmishes on that world, he proved himself to be a brilliant warrior by using his air mech configuration to the fullest advantage. While he lacks certain aerospace skills, he was given command of the 12th Air Lance due to his performance on Capra. His Wasp LAM is in perfect condition and was recently refitted with armor plating from a Star League bunker on Galtor. This new armor is stronger and more effective than any in the successor states, and he considers it an honor to have it tested on his mech.